He can walk into Jordan Spieth's trophy room anytime he pleases and sneak a peek at a claret jug, the spoils of a US Masters triumph or Australian golf's most cherished trophy in the Stonehaven Cup. Yet this week when Kramer Hickok tries to go to sleep he is staring at the roof of a Rooty Hill RSL hotel room, the star guest at the Vegas of Sydney's West as he's been told. "That's the only hotel I saw around here, I had no idea where to stay," laughed the 25-year-old Texan, who lives with Spieth in his luxury $9 million golfer's paradise when both are at home in the United States. While he might not have been familiar with accommodation options on Sydney's western fringes, Hickok has found himself right at home on his first trip to Australia, soaring to a four-way share of the New South Wales Open lead at Twin Creeks Golf and Country Club on Friday. Defending Australian Open champion Spieth will join him next week for the National Championship. By then Hickok may already have some extra baggage to check in for his return flight to Texas. The world number 342 fired back-to-back 66s to vault into contention, joining Australians Jared Felton, Daniel Nisbet and former champion Ben Eccles, who won the event as an amateur in 2015, atop the leaderboard at the halfway mark of the $400,000 tournament. The quartet are at 12 under, a shot clear of Jason Scrivener and Lucas Herbert. Hickok's relative anonymity is a far cry from the megastardom his younger housemate and good friend wrangles with on a daily basis. But for a week, Hickok's name is lighting up a leaderboard when Spieth assist. He mentioned he can walk around Sydney and not have a lot of people notice him, which for him is a pretty big deal, Hickok said. "I think that's why he's played well. In Australia, it's very similar to home, and I think that's why I am playing well. I've never played a whole lot of golf outside of the United States, so it's nice to learn how the jet lag works because it's certainly played a big factor in the first couple of days. But this reminds me of home. It's very similar to Texas. And I think that's paid dividends and why I've got off to a good start. I don't think I've necessarily been playing my best golf, but I am scoring very well. That's when I know I am playing well, when I've scored a lot better than I felt I actually played." Western Australian Felton's scorecard from his opening 2 rounds mirrored that of Hickok, again putting his name in the frame after a runner-up finish at last year's tournament when he wheeled his own clubs around before the weekend. "Last year you could caddy for yourself the first 2 rounds, at least I think you could," Felton laughed. It will be no laughing matter if he can cash another big check, having chalked up a top -10 finish in the Fiji International a few months ago. Eccles had 4 birdies and an eagle on the outward 9 as he blazed an 8 under 64 on Friday, while Nisbet, who was in a 3-way share of the lead after the first round, found himself in a similar position after his second 18 holes. New Zealander Michael Long, -1, signed for a rare albatross on the 521-metre par 5 11th as playing partners Brett Coletta, -8, the joint overnight leader, and amateur Zach Murray, -7, both remarkably recorded eagles on the same hole.